So this is about the functional disorder of thyroid. So this slide is further of the earlier slide which you all have heard. So earlier we have known about the anatomy and physiology of thyroid, where the thyroid gland is situated, what are their functions, and how T3 and T4 are formed, what is DIT, what is MIT. So that all details were given in previous slide. Now this is about the disorder of the thyroid. What are the functional disorders of the thyroid? So it comes into the two category. One is hyperthyroidism, another one is hypothyroidism. In this slide we will know about the hyperthyroidism. First of all, majorly what is hyperthyroidism and what is hypothyroidism. If the thyroid hormone will be in more amount, if the thyroid hormone will be in more amount, then this is known as hyperthyroidism, and if it will be in the less amount, then that is known as hypothyroidism. Hyperthyroidism is also known as thyrotoxicosis. This thyrotoxicosis is the clinical condition, it is a pathological condition. In this, the normal physiology of the thyroid gland is become abnormal, or it is abrupted. Now, it is also known as hypermetabolic clinical and biochemical state caused by excess production of thyroid hormone. We all know there is one TSH, that is thyroid stimulating hormone, present in our anterior pituitary, which gives the signal to thyroid gland to release T3 and T4, that is trihydrothyroxine and tetrahydrothyroxine. So now if there is more level of T3 and T4 in body, then this condition is called as thyrotoxicosis. Now T3 is generally greater in this than the T4. So in hyperthyroidism, the first point which we should remember is T3 is more than the T4. Now it is etiopathogenesis of hyperthyroidism. Hyperthyroidism also contains many diseases like Graves' disease, which is known as diffuse toxic goiter, toxic multinodular goiter, adenomas. Less frequent causes are hypersecretion of pituitary. Now this hypersecretion of pituitary means there will be increase in level of TSH, that is thyroid stimulating hormone, by pituitary tumor. If there is any pituitary tumor, then the TSH release will be more, and the more TSH release will increase the amount of T3 and T4. This is the cycle, that tumor in the pituitary, then TSH will be increased. This increased TSH will excite the thyroid gland and increases the T3 and T4. This is how there is increase of level of thyroid in our blood, and the patient is known as thyrotoxicosis. Now there can be any metastatic tumor, hypersecretion of TRH, thyroiditis, or congenital hyperthyroidism in the newborn of mother with Graves' disease, HCG secreting tumor due to mild thyrotrophic effect of HCG, that is humanochronicogonadotrophin, which is released during pregnancy. That can be hydatidiform mole, choriocarcinoma, and testicular tumors. So these are the reasons because of which hyperthyroidism occur. In this, the main one is the goiter, which we already have heard in our previous classes, that what is goiter and what happens in goiter. Now, clinical features of hyperthyroidism. The clinical features of hyperthyroidism is it is very slow and insidious in onset, and the cases comes with severity at many years. So the symptoms which occur in hyperthyroidism are nervousness, palpitation, fatigue, weight loss in spite of good appetite, that the patient eat good well, but the patient is being emaciated. So in hyperthyroidism, the patient become emaciated. First of all, I will tell you all that whatever the physical symptoms will be there in the body in hyperthyroidism, opposite of that will occur in hypothyroidism. In hyperthyroidism, the metabolism of the body will increase, while in hypothyroidism, the metabolism of the body will decrease. So for example, if in this there is a weight loss in hyperthyroidism, so in hypothyroidism the weight will increase. In hyper, the weight will decrease. In hypo, the weight will increase. Now we will come back to the symptoms of the hyperthyroidism, that is nervousness, palpitation, fatigue, weight loss in spite of good appetite, heat intolerance, perspiration, increase in perspiration is there as body metabolism in increase, menstrual disturbance, fine tremors of outstretched hands, cardiac manifestation like tachycardia, palpitation, cardiomegaly. Then the skin of the patient will be warm, moist, flushed, weakness of skeletal muscle, osteoporosis, typical eye change, that is known as exophthalmos. In this, the eyeball comes outside. This exophthalmos is an eye disease which occur in Graves' disease. So the patient of the Graves' disease will have the eyeball coming outward. There will be dropping of eyeball. The eyeball will occur comes outward. Now, if in this the T3 and T4 levels are elevated, and sometimes TSH usually become normal, or it may be abnormal. So this TSH may be normal or may not be abnormal, but in hyperthyroidism T3 and T4 level will be surely increased. Now the severity of hyperthyroidism is known as thyroid storm or thyroid crisis. If the hyperthyroidism increases by its limit, then it is known as thyroid storm or thyroid crisis. It occurs in patients who have gone to thyroidectomy, that is removal of the thyroid gland which have the cancer, or the part of the thyroid is cut in this case in thyroidectomy, so that if there is cancer in the thyroid gland, that part is cutted out before adequate control of hyperthyroid state. The patient develop high grade fever, tachycardia, cardiocarithmias, that is increase in heart rate, and coma, and may die of congestive heart failure or hyperpyrexia. Hyperpyrexia means increase in body temperature, that is high fever. Heart fail, congestive heart fail may be due to IHT, and that is due to increase in level of T3 and T4. So this is all about hyperthyroidism, and the main disease which we should learn about hyperthyroidism is Graves' disease. It may occur due to any cancer in the thyroid gland or cancer of the pituitary, because of which TSH increases, then T3 and T4 level further increases, or the cancer of the thyroid gland. In this, the T3 and T4 level increases. So hyperthyroidism basically means increase in T3 and T4 level in the blood. So this is all briefly about the hyperthyroidism. Hope so you will like this slide, and for any query you can comment in the comment section. Thank you.